famous quotes by philosopher Immanuel Kant. Act only according to that maxim, by which you can at the same time will that it should become a universal law. Science is organized knowledge, wisdom is organized life. Out of the crooked timber of humanity, no straight thing was ever made. I had therefore to remove knowledge in order to make room for belief. All our knowledge begins with the senses, proceeds then to the understanding, and ends with reason. There is nothing higher than reason. Immaturity is the incapacity to use one's intelligence without the guidance of another. Seek not the favor of the multitude. It is seldom got by honest and lawful means, but seek the testimony of few, and number not voices, but weigh them. Live your life as though your every act were to become a universal law. Two things fill the mind with ever-increasing wonder and awe. The more often and the more intensely the mind or thought is drawn to them, the starry heavens above me and the moral law within me. The only thing I know is that I know nothing. All thought must, directly or indirectly, by way of certain characters, relate ultimately to intuitions, and therefore, with us, to sensibility, because in no other way can an object be given to us. It is beyond a doubt that all our knowledge begins with experience. I had to deny knowledge in order to make room for faith. Morality is not properly the doctrine of how we may make ourselves happy, but how we may make ourselves worthy of happy. He who is cruel to animals becomes hard also in his dealings with men. We can judge the heart of a man by his treatment of animals. Thoughts without content are empty. Intuitions without concepts are blind. The busier we are, the more acutely we feel that we live, the more conscious we are of life. A man's mere consciousness of an ought, however, does not make him act accordingly. From such crooked wood as that which man is made of, nothing straight can be fashioned. I had therefore to remove knowledge in order to make room for belief. I may not be a first-rate philosopher, but I am an honest man. Always recognize that human individuals are ends, and do not use them as means to your end. Man must be disciplined, for he is by nature raw and wild. Science is organized knowledge, wisdom is organized life. All thought must, directly or indirectly, by way of certain characters, relate ultimately to intuitions, and therefore, with us, to sensibility, because in no other way can an object be given to us. Even philosophers will praise war as ennobling mankind, forgetting the Greek who said, "War is bad in that it begets more evil than it kills." Only in the moral duty does man know what is worthy of his love. Only in it does he see what is of absolute value. Nothing is divine but what is agreeable to reason. Give me matter, and I will construct a world out of it. All the interest of my reason, speculative as well as practical, combine in the three following questions. 1. What can I know? 2. What ought I to do? 3. What may I hope? Thoughts without content are empty. Intuitions without concepts are blind. We can judge the heart of a man by his treatment of animals. All our knowledge begins with the senses, proceeds then to the understanding, and ends with reason. There is nothing higher than reason. I must therefore abolish knowledge to make room for belief. Without sensibility, no object would be given to us. Without understanding, no object would be thought. Nothing is divine but what is agreeable to reason. It is not God's will merely that we should be happy, but that we should make ourselves happy. The death of dogma is the birth of morality. So act that your principle of action might safely be made a law for the whole world. The mind is furnished with principles of its own and does not derive them from the laws of nature. A man is a person whom we have a right to wish well. So act as if you were, through your maxims, a lawmaking member of a kingdom of ends. Always recognize that human individuals are ends, and do not use them as means to your end. Knowledge of natural science will not console me for ignorance of morality in time of affliction, but knowledge of morality will always console me for ignorance of natural science. I must remove knowledge to make room for faith. To be is to do. A person's actions are good or bad, not on account of their consequences, but solely because they conform to duty. It is beyond a doubt that all our knowledge begins with experience. Man's greatest concern is to know how he shall properly fill his place in the universe and correctly understand what he must be in order to be a man. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the famous quotes from the renowned philosopher Immanuel Kant on Global Quote Hub. To receive more inspiring content, please subscribe and like our videos. Stay curious and stay tuned for future updates.